But the one thing I will say is, I don't believe that censorship and penalties are the way to end anti-Semitism or to not gain understanding. I don't believe in that. And I think it's the wrong way for us to approach it. Kyrie Irving, they suspended him from playing basketball. In all seriousness, penalizing somebody for having a thought, I don't think is the way to change their minds or gain understanding. This is a grown-ass man. And the idea that you would say to him, we're going to put you in a timeout. You have to sit in the corner and stare at the wall until you no longer believe that the Jews control the international banking system. We have to get past this in the country. The ability to, look, people think this. People think Jews control Hollywood. People think Jews control the banks. To pretend that they don't and to not deal with it in a straightforward manner, we will never gain any kind of understanding with each other.
Well, what do you imagine a more straightforward manner would be? Because people have the right to say whatever they want. So what is the response? What do you imagine a response is to something if people perceive anti-Semitism in someone's, what Kyrie Irving posts,
right,
or what Kanye says, or what Dave said on Saturday night? What do you think a good response would be?
I think just reflexively naming things anti-Semitism is as reductive as some of the things that they might be saying. It immediately shuts down a conversation. I'm called anti-Semitic because I'm against Israel's treatment of Palestinians. I can't pretend that there aren't a ton of people in this country and this world who believe that the Jews have an unreasonable amount of control over the systems and they wield it as puppet masters. We play with tropes because everyone has prejudice in their lives and in the way that they view things. Comics rely on those prejudices as a shorthand for our material. Even the wokest of comics plays with tropes to a certain extent. And I'm afraid that the general tenor of conversation in this country is cover it up, bury it, put it to the outskirts, and don't deal with it. Look at it from a black perspective. It's a culture that feels that its wealth has been extracted by different groups, whites, Jews. Whether it's true or not isn't the issue. That's the feeling in that community. And if you don't understand that that's where it's coming from, then you can't deal with it. And you can't sit down with them and explain that being in an industry isn't the same as having a nefarious and controlling interest in that industry and intention. And that's been the anti-Semitic trope. But you need to be able to meet people from what their community is feeling as well.